Pro Football Today on SportsGrid. Kevin Walsh, Joe Lisi. And Joe and I have talked a little bit about the running backs on this show, a.k.a. Joe tried to get us all in on Cam Akers.
No, I didn't try to. Look, I'm going to be searching for, and you got me the number. What book was that?
FanDuel.
Oh, it was. Oh, okay.
Right in the backyard.
All right.
Right in the
okay, good for us.
Right in the backyard.
It's a win-win for everybody. Cam Akers. If I'm the running backs coach, I'm not taking the kid from Boise State. Give me the kid that went to Florida State. Give me that guy.
Hold on a second.
I'm just saying.
I'll talk this out with you.
Go ahead.
Although this is becoming a ton of Cam Akers coverage.
No, because
Hold on.
You want to talk starters? Ramondre,
No.
Ken Walker.
No, I don't want to talk starters. I want to talk logic. Why didn't Akers get the football then over Helani against the Rams?
I just think reps. I think with 2 weeks of preparation, it's all hands on deck. I just do. And look, you need fresh legs in there at all times. I'm not suggesting Cam Akers is getting 20 carries. I'm just saying he's got a half a yard or a yard. He got 1 yard.
Yep.
That's a third-string running back. He's not listed across any depth chart.
Right.
But we know he's the third stringer. I'm just saying, if one of these guys goes down or tweaks something, Cam Akers is getting in the game.
So I'm going to tell you something.
Go ahead.
I haven't said this yet on the show.
You'll love it.
Oh.
Go ahead, say it.
I'm worried the Helani stuff is a trap.
Whoa!
I'm worried that the Helani stuff everyone thinks is a money printer. Too easy. And I'm wondering if you're on to something. I try and do a setup like you're the one who's crazy.
Yeah, but you love everything I'm saying right now.
Against the Rams, 3 carries, 4 yards. Helani? Okay, that's enough. Thanks for that. Thanks.
Yeah.
3 carries.
I mean, come on.
He had a game against the Saints, blowout. 10 carries. 27 yards. Okay, beat it.
Give me the guy that could scoot.
Hey, beat it.
Akers.
Yeah.
He's got 2 blown Achilles. Give me that guy.
Hey, Helani, don't worry. Maybe we'll throw you a dunk down it. Beat it, okay?
Listen.
With these runs.
Cam Akers. Look, you don't dislike it.
I like it more than I'm supposed to. I didn't.
What's he for 10? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's got to be 100 to 1.
I don't think they. So that's it. I don't think I can find that. I'm just. I don't. Oh no. I really like the look. I do. I think you might have a live wire here. I really do. All right, let's talk. Well then.
Yeah, sure. Okay. More intel coming in. This is great.
Hold on.
Keep it to yourself.
Right. Do you think then? I'm being serious for a second. What do you think the Ken Walker usage in this game is? In the
19 carries, 18 carries. I think he's going to get a share of carries. I'm not taking away from that.
Yeah.
I just think, look, I'm playing for the over. I think that he only had 60 yards rushing, and he had 50 in the first half.
Right.
The only way he's going to get a bulk of the really in the 20s is if they have a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Then they're going to obviously run the football and get out of Dodge. Shorten the game and go.
I think just from some of the stuff that I was kind of looking into, the better way to attack the New England defense does seem to be on the ground. Obviously, that requires you to get the ground game going.
Right.
What's interesting, though, is Seattle's rush offense grades out horrendously on the season. They were bottom 5 in rush EPA on the year, which is just, so bad.
Right.
So I've wondered, is this a situation, though, where Walker still gets 19 carries, which he has in each of the first 2 games, and, that's all there is to it. What also does jump off the page when it comes to Ken Walker, Joe, is how good of a receiver he has been.
Right.
And they run him screens that, if you're a fan of, I don't know, probably like 25 other teams, you're like, why is that not in our playbook?
Right.
It's like a tunnel screen. There's not a soul around him, and he just picks up 15 each time. He has a long catch of 15 or more yards now,
Right,
going
I
back
know.
to the regular season in
He's
4
a
or
very
5
good
games.
pass catcher. Kenneth Walker was a great pass catcher when he had the Heisman run with Michigan State. Again, we talk about him and Derrick Henry not being utilized correctly in the receiving game.
Yep.
They've gone more to Zach Charbonnet, but he could catch the football. It was evident with the checkdowns to Darnold in the LA game. So, you get him out in space. He could certainly, his body type is so low to the ground and thick that yards after contact too. No corner or nickelback wants to come up and tackle him. That's another thing in the open field. You get him running with a head of steam. Akers and Darnold, supposedly. That's right. They played together in Minnesota. Here we go. Why are they doing that? I'm going to book it now just because I don't want anybody.
We lost him. All right, there he goes.
I don't want anybody to get in on this. I just booked a small one just because I don't want to lose out on the 2-1. Okay.
Okay, fair enough. Here's one of the things with Walker, though, that is a little puzzling to me.
Go ahead.
So, he, in the game against the Niners, 62% snap count. But
Okay.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Because, 15% still went to Charbonnet, and then it was just this massacre, so they started, pulling in other guys.
Right.
Okay. 63% against the Rams. That's not a lot.
No.
Like, George Holani did finish with a 34% snap share.
Right.
At the running back position. So, I think it's very interesting. Could we see Ken Walker zoom up to a 80%? Something, by the way, Ken Walker's high in snap percentage is the game against the Rams. Like, they have enjoyed a balanced attack that actually skewed Charbonnet throughout a lot of the season. But Ken Walker's made good on all of this on his reps.
Right.
Right? It's why he's got the highest touchdown price. It's why he's got the 4th best odds to win Super Bowl MVP. It's just that guaranteed usage. Could we see that in the Super Bowl? We keep talking about, hey, use the best guys. Why not? It's the final game, the Stevenson-Henderson back and forth. Does Walker get up to a 80%? Or, and I cannot believe where this conversation has landed, but if you're telling me 30% of the running back snaps are available, 70 to Walker, which again would be a season, 30%. I'm sorry, there's no way they're all going to Holani. Man, this Akers is long for a couple.
I love the way you broke. That spread math was phenomenal.
Shut up.
I'm serious. You're really, I look and I mean, the two players I like the most are off the board. This is crazy.
Williams and Akers?
Yeah, Williams to me is, look, he hasn't had a lot of stats, but I've watched every New England game, right, in the playoffs too. They've tried to get him the deep ball. It's just that May's been a little bit off with the accuracy and he's been open and he's missed them completely.
Yep.
He's similar to Rashid. He is the home run threat. He's got 3 touchdowns, I believe, on the year. So, again, he's an 11-to-1 shot for an anytime touchdown. I like that. You tack any yardage on him, I'm altering him to 30 because that's one catch with the way he could blaze. And everybody's going to look to Pop Douglas. I'm going with Kyle Williams. Post it. Post it. Don't be gutless, books. Post the number.
As this week goes on, I think what we will find in the value of these shows, hopefully those watching enjoy it, but selfishly, it's you and I finding out where we need to be. We're not going to agree on everything, when Joe Lisi steps up, hey, what do you like in the Super Bowl? And then when I hear, Seahawks, okay, he hasn't figured the game out yet. That does nothing for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Trevion Henderson. Okay, that's a little more like it. We sit here now, Kyle Williams, Cam Akers. This is a guy who's ready to rock. Get out of the way. I think you sent me a text. You hit a college parlay. Said, get out of my way on Sunday.
Yeah.
I will. I know when I see a guy ready to get downhill. That's Joe Lisi. Let's talk more Super Bowl after the break.
Heads, or tails? Over or under? Seahawks, Patriots. Don't stress. SportsGrid breaks it all down.
They are locks.
We can capitalize.
We're going to see a ton of over money.
Props, expert guests, and smart insight leading up to the big game.
Oh my God, if Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl.
Only on SportsGrid.
They're just unblemished everywhere. They dominate you defensively, and they have offensive balance. They force turnovers and control the glass. Let's put it to you like this. UConn isn't just undefeated. They're a tyrant over the women's basketball landscape. March won't expose them much as they will confirm their invincibility.
College basketball today. Only on SportsGrid.
Can USA overtake Canada and get that gold, Joe?
Absolutely, they can here. And ultimately, it feels like that is the two-horse race. And I think ultimately, Canadians don't really care if their team competes in the luge or the bobsled, Donnie, or anything else. They just want that gold when it comes to ice hockey. And that is the only thing that's going to matter there.
The early line. Only on SportsGrid.
Drake May and Sam Darnold here and again. Getting out of Stidham, which who knows what that have brought to the Super Bowl. But at least we get a young quarterback in Drake May looking to stamp his claim to, yeah, Tom Brady was great for this organization. Let me see if I can run a couple championships up the flagpole early in my career. And then there's Sam Darnold at this point, where he's getting other general managers fired while he's making his run to the Super Bowl. He's been nothing short of really, really good this season.
Pro Football Today. Only on SportsGrid.
Pro Football Today here on SportsGrid. We are now joined by Kyle Soppe of the Pro Football and Sports Network. Does great work over there with the fantasy, the betting angles as well. If we had the time, we'd get into the golf world, but we're going to keep it to the football here. Kyle, we appreciate the time. Let's just dive into something that myself and Joe are fascinated in this game, which is the backfields, because there's been changes throughout this postseason. The Charbonnet injury, the inexplicable fall off from Trevion Henderson. Do you feel you have clarity on either of these backfields?
No, but it kind of speaks to it. I mean, I jump on this stream and you Looney Tunes are talking about George Holani and Cam Akers and trying to connect the dots there. I mean, good luck with it. I appreciate the effort and the creativity there. But, I mean, this looks like a heavy Kenneth Walker game. Ramondre Stevenson, they just keep telling us that they want to run him down our throat. And we kind of don't want to listen because we like Trevion Henderson and the upside. But it kind of looks like two bell cow backs, and then kind of let the chips fall where they may and see if they're efficient with that. But I think you're looking at probably, what would you say, 35 carries between the two lead backs?
Yeah, and that's where the numbers are. And again, we keep yelling at each other mainly because he thinks Trevion's hurt because he just refuses to accept what he's seeing. Which, again,
Sure.
I don't know, maybe. Stevenson's just been really, really good. The Seattle stuff interests me so much, Kyle, because, and I'm sure you know this, through the fantasy angle. I know at least a lot of people in the fantasy community cannot stand the way Seattle deploys Ken Walker through the regular season because they think he's capable of a bigger workload. In the NFC Championship game, he still couldn't get a 70% snap count, which is just astonishing. Now, he still ended up with, I think, 25 touches in the game, but, can we get Walker? Maybe it doesn't matter, right? But if Walker gets to an 80% snap count, then we might see 30 targets alone or 30 touches to Walker's direction.
Yeah, especially if you're on Seattle to win and or cover this game. That would be the path to it. The part that gets me with Walker is that we just haven't seen the explosive plays in the running game that we thought he was. We thought Charbonnet was the pounding back and that Walker could get outside and give us a 30-yard carry here and there. He's got 2 of those this season. He just hasn't been that dude. He's getting up there in volume, like you said, 19 in both playoff games. 30 touches is probably a little rich, but if they're winning and covering this game,
yeah,
Sam Darnold's just so darn good on the play action. If they can establish him even just a little bit, I think it opens up a lot. That's why I like Seattle in this game.
So, yeah, give me an idea then. What are you? Have you bet anything yet here for Super Bowl 60? What do you like?
Have I bet anything? We're like 10 days into Super Week. Have I not bet anything? I'm exposed in just about every single market. The first click I had was Kenneth Walker actually under 18.5 first quarter rushing yards. It's down to 17.5 now. That's more of a play and how I'm going about Walker. I don't want to play his yardage stuff because, like you said, if this game goes in their favor, he could get 20, 23, 24 carries and kind of ugly his way to over that 73.5 number that you're looking at on the screen now. But in the first quarter, where we know everybody's going to be run heavy, these are the two biggest or most run heavy first quarter teams in the playoffs. And Milton Williams, since he's been back for New England, they've been nothing short of phenomenal against the run, holding lead backs to under 2.5 yards per carry in those first quarters. I don't think Kenneth Walker is getting 5, 6, 7 first quarter carries, so I like him under his first quarter rushing total, and I'm not playing him for the game.
I now really understand. What's the Shaq meme? I wasn't familiar with your game. You start ripping a first quarter yardage under, and now you've got my full interest. Keep running through the card. No other tee up. What else do we have here?
Sure, we're going Stephon Diggs under longest reception. It's 16.5 now. You're looking at a guy whose ADOT is 3.1 yards lower than it was during the regular season. During the postseason, they're not asking him to stretch the field, and he's not doing it. He'll catch a screen pass. He'll pick up a 3rd and 5 for you. I don't think he's catching a 17-yard pass. His catch rate on balls thrown 10 yards down the field far lower than balls thrown under 10 yards. That's what I'm looking at with some confidence there. If you want to bet, I don't want to say it's a chalky trend, but it gets played up, but it seems like Vegas isn't really buying it. Second half is basically even money to outscore the first half. You lose on a tie, that is what it is. But over the last 25 Super Bowls, since 2000, you're talking almost 6 more points per game in Super Bowls scored in second halves than first halves. I think that's here to stay. Give me that every day of the week.
I like that trend. It's more of a JSN thing, but 13 of the last 15 Super Bowls, someone's had at least 100 receiving yards. It's something that Joe and I have talked a little bit about on the desk, but it's not as if now it's minus 138. But again, I've got the guy who led the NFL in receiving yards and 13 of the last 15 Super Bowls. That's one of those numbers that I feel like it is only baking in who's on the field, which I understand. Yes, it would be an upset if you get there through a New England guy, but again, it's more likely JSN just gets 100 receiving yards in the game. I wonder if you're playing anything here.
If I'm going that direction, I'm taking the over on total passing yards in this game. It's set right now at 452.5. That would be an avenue to kind of getting exposure the same way. If JSN goes for $110, $120, $150, I'm probably cashing my bet at even odds here on the over 452.5. But I mean, I guess the risk that would come with JSN would be game script. I think Seattle wins this game by 10 points. If that's your belief, maybe they're running the ball late and it doesn't get up there to the 10, 11, 12 targets that it's going to take to hit that number. But if this game's competitive throughout, you're right. I mean, JSN's going to be weighted down with targets and fall into triple digits.
I would just say, though, the reason I played the minus 138 instead of the what would be like plus 110 JSN number is if you are right and Seattle wins this game and they control the whole way, if Drake May has to throw the ball 40 times, again, it would be, but maybe Diggs gets 12 catches and ends up with 100 yards, right? Like, maybe there's 5 Kayshon Boutte deep shots, 2 of them come in.
That's what I was thinking,
Right? Like, I think that is on the board in this game. Kyle, I won't keep you too much longer, but just give me an idea what got you to the Seattle 10-plus kind of margin of victory here.
Yeah, I'm going 27-17 for the Seahawks. I just think it's the better team on both sides of the ball here. I'm not too worried about Sam Darnold, and if we're talking all this Kenneth Walker and you guys want to talk George Halani, if they get that running game going even just a little bit, give me 4 yards a carry, and you're looking at Sam Darnold, the 4th best quarterback off of play action. If they get going early, that opens up everything. That puts a lot of pressure on Drake May to beat this stingy Seattle defense. Give me the Seahawks.
It's going to be a lot of fun to follow, man. I am excited for it. Kyle, that was electric. Make sure you guys follow him over on Twitter at Kyle Soppe, SOPPEPFN, and get down with everything that they've got going on over at Pro Football and Sports Network this week. They are out there in San Francisco for Super Bowl 60. Kyle, we really appreciate it. Myself and Joe will be diving back into the markets after a quick break here on SportsGrid.
Heads or tails? Over or under? Seahawks, Patriots. Don't stress. SportsGrid breaks it all down.
They are locks.
We can capitalize.
We're going to see a ton of over money.
Props, expert guests, and smart insight leading up to the big game.
Oh my God, if Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl.
Only on SportsGrid.
They're just unblemished everywhere. They dominate you defensively, and they have offensive balance. They force turnovers and control the glass. Let's put it to you like this. UConn isn't just undefeated. They're a tyrant over the women's basketball landscape. March won't expose them much as they will confirm their invincibility.
College basketball today. Only on SportsGrid.
Can USA overtake Canada and get that gold, Joe?
Absolutely, they can here. And ultimately, it feels like that is the two-horse race. And I think ultimately, Canadians don't really care if their team competes in the luge or the bobsled, Donnie, or anything else. They just want that gold when it comes to ice hockey. And that is the only thing that's going to matter there.
The early line. Only on SportsGrid.
Drake May and Sam Darnold here and again, getting out of Stidham, which who knows what that have brought to the Super Bowl. But at least we get a young quarterback in Drake May looking to stamp his claim to, yeah, Tom Brady was great for this organization. Let me see if I can run a couple championships up the flagpole early in my career. And then there's Sam Darnold at this point, where he's getting other general managers fired while he's making his run to the Super Bowl. He's been nothing short of really, really good this season.
Pro Football Today. Only on SportsGrid.
All right, back to the right here on SportsGrid Pro Football Today. Kevin Walsh, Joe Lisi. Joe, some interesting action there from Kyle, some of the Super Bowl trends that we're talking about. I'll say this.
Go ahead.
At this point right now, it's going to take an army to get me off of these Cam Akers numbers.
Yeah,
I know.
I already put it in.
I know.
Can't parlay it. I can tell you that.
Let me keep
I
looking
took
around.
Cam Akers in a parlay for 19-1 anytime touchdown. I don't know.
See, now, listen, I know that you don't mind doing that stuff.
People think I'm nuts. I know.
Well, yeah.
Got to be in it to win it. And lottery tickets come in every day. I'm going to be one of those guys.
I just want to see, though, if I can find more Akers, if you will. Like, I'm trying to figure out what other book could really offer that up.
365?
Maybe. We'll have them see if they can find player to record. No, the total to record a rushing attempt. Any player to record a rush. No, not this. Yeah, I'm trying to find, Joe, just like not that by the way, not that like 2-1 for a yard is bad. I'm not saying that at all. I will say this. Don't get mad at me.
Sure.
Because I don't think you will. Him getting a carry and not getting a yard would be quite the scene. I'm just saying. I can't find it really anywhere else, Akers.
Interesting.
I'm going to look one more spot.
Yeah, look one more spot.
Listen, it's running backs day, and I don't think it's a bad thing that we're kind of locked in here. But the more we talk through it, I think the more it's certainly worth a look. Let me ask. All right, hold on. So let me ask you the thing then that we were supposed to probably talk about a little bit more.
Sure.
Or at least I thought we would. How specifically are you attempting to bet Trevion Henderson in this game?
Very much.
But I mean, like, what markets? What's the
yards?
Rushing, receiving?
Receiving, not so much. Even though if you follow Trevion Henderson throughout Ohio State, you know he's a great pass catcher. Mm-hmm. We know that in the biggest games, I mean, he has stepped up. Texas game, 72-yard screen pass. I can't believe that McDaniels and Vrabel haven't utilized him in the playoffs like that.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it. I'm amazed about when you have an explosive player. Okay, he stinks at pass blocking. That's great. Okay? Get him out in space. I don't want him to block. I want him out in space.
Right.
That's the whole point. That again, we talk about these football guys, and obviously they're doing it at an elite level. He's not a blocker. And I know that Cap will come on, and he'll tell us, because that was the MO. He is one of the best pass blockers coming out of college. That's all well and good. But the guy shouldn't be blocking. He's a pass catcher. He's an explosive slashing back. 4 carries, over 50 yards. Why aren't we trying to get this guy out in space? I don't want him in the backfield blocking. I want him out on a swing pass, catching the ball and get me one-on-one on a linebacker and nickelback. What are we doing with the offensive philosophy?
So this is where you and I have had a divergence on this, and I think it's important. I know you, but just to remind everyone, in the game against the Houston, I played all the Trevion ladders.
Right.
Right,
but
hold
his
on.
carries, right, were when they had a double-digit lead,
Okay.
and they were just sitting on the football, and he's getting hit in the backfield before he can even get started.
Yeah.
That's the point.
So
Yeah, it's like, when is he getting the carries?
I was talking to people during the game. I go, this doesn't feel real.
Right.
Every time Ramondre gets the ball, there's 4 yards of space. Every time Henderson gets the ball, there's nothing in front of him.
Right. Because you want to know why? He's running Henderson on predictable rundowns, and that's the thing. We talk about mixing it up.
And I think that is all well and good. But it was just, I'm not coming on and tell you, hey, Joe, I'm betting all these Ramondre numbers, okay?
Go ahead.
It's that I am watching 2 football players, and one of them looks great in Ramondre Stevenson, and one of them looks awful in Trevion Henderson. And when I look at the Trevion numbers, I don't think we are getting a disc. I don't think the books have made a mistake. Everyone keeps saying he's explosive. He's explosive. He is. He has not been more explosive than Stevenson for like 2 months.
I don't know about that.
It's nobody. I do. Since the Buffalo game, which was the 14th of December, he has not been what everybody wants him to be.
Okay.
And Stevenson is the one who looks explosive. So I'm not trying to sell people on betting Steven. I mean, listen, there's some Stevenson temptations. I won't say that there's not, but like, Trevion has been worse than him at everything now.
Okay. We'll get into the stats after Cap is gone, because I'm looking at them. I don't see what you're looking at.
Well, I don't think you look at the playoff stats then. I really don't. I mean, we'll be right back.
Heads or tails? Over or under? Seahawks, Patriots. Don't stress. SportsGrid breaks it all down.
They are locks.
We can capitalize.
We're going to see a ton of over money.
Props, expert guests, and smart insight leading up to the big game.
Oh my God, if Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl.
Only on SportsGrid.
They're just unblemished everywhere. They dominate you defensively, and they have offensive balance. They force turnovers, they control the glass. Let's put it to you like this. UConn isn't just undefeated. They're a tyrant over the women's basketball landscape. March won't expose them much, as they will confirm their invincibility.
College basketball today. Only on SportsGrid.
Can USA overtake Canada and get that gold, Joe?
Absolutely, they can here. And ultimately, it feels like that is the 2-horse race. And I think ultimately, Canadians don't really care if their team competes in the luge or the bobsled, Donnie, or anything else. They just want that gold when it comes to ice hockey. And that is the only thing that's going to matter there.
The early line. Only on SportsGrid.
Drake May and Sam Darnold here and again. Getting out of Stidham, which who knows what that have brought to the Super Bowl. But at least we get a young quarterback in Drake May looking to stamp his claim to, yeah, Tom Brady was great for this organization. Let me see if I can run a couple championships up the flagpole early in my career. And then there's Sam Darnold at this point, where he's getting other general managers fired while he's making his run to the Super Bowl. He's been nothing short of really, really good this season.
Pro Football Today. only on SportsGrid.
Pro Football Today, back right here on SportsGrid. Listen, at the Super Bowl,
it's a tough. But if Cap doesn't come on, I mean, he said that Chip Kelly system, from what they heard, was very simple in the blocking scheme, and that he can't identify the pass rush.
Sure.
And I understand that, right? We've heard that throughout, how we struggle in pass protection. I just struggle with the fact that they don't want to get him out in space when you have a change of pace back.
What is so interesting, again, I want to acknowledge this. It is a bit of a brain breaker, the situation.
Let me go back to...
Can I just say, but hold on,
Sure, go ahead.
I don't personally believe that Trevion Henderson not getting carries should be tied to pass block.
I agree.
Because, Joe, that's not where I feel he's losing the battle.
Okay, that's understandable.
Where I feel he's losing the battle is playing running back.
Okay.
They look worlds apart. You mentioned a change of pace running back. This is what I'm telling you. Hey, let's get Trevion out there. Maybe he'll hit an explosive play. Well, I don't know, because we kind of have the most explosive running back in football now.
So when did it change? You said the Buffalo game. So let's go to the Buffalo game.
Right.
14 carries, 148 yards, 10.6, two touchdowns.
He was brilliant.
All right. He then gets banged up against that Sunday night game against the Ravens.
Okay.
He goes down. He has 5 carries, 3 yards, non-existent, right?
Yep.
Is that when we made the determination that he stunk? Because then he comes back.
We got injured against Baltimore.
Okay.
Okay.
He comes back the following week against the Jets.
Yep.
19 carries, 82 yards. He averages 4.3 yards per rush.
Okay, pause.
Is he not explosive then?
Hold on. Pause. Ramondre.
Yeah.
8 carries, 47 yards, touchdown.
Okay, but
hold on. 5.9 a carry, 5 catches, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
Okay.
So, hold on. So, Trevion was fine. Ramondre was better.
Better in what?
Everything.
Okay, so you had a better game.
Okay, go to the next game.
Okay, Dolphins, 13 carries, 53 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
That they routed the Dolphins in that game. So 4.1 yards per carry.
Yep.
He wasn't involved in the offense in any capacity.
Okay. Ramondre Stevenson, 7 carries, 131 yards, 18.7 a carry, 2 touchdowns, and then 2 catches for 22 yards and another touchdown.
Okay, I'm not taking away from Ramondre's performance, but the guy got 32 carries in back-to-back games. Yep. So you're telling me... And
was significantly outplayed in those games by Stevenson.
But again, hear me out. We have seen every team in the NFL that utilizes 2 backs, Kyron Williams, Blake Corum. What other 2 backs you want to go? DeAndre Swift, Monangai. They all utilize them usage-wise where they're getting carries. So you're telling me because Stevenson had a breakout performance, Josh McDaniels and Mike Vrabel said, you know what? No more carries for Trevion. Don't give him any.
They both got carries and comparable workloads against the Chargers.
Okay.
Would you like to go through those numbers or no?
Yeah, I know. Stevenson had the 75 yards in the receiving game. So he's a breakout receiver.
And he had 5.3 yards a carry.
Okay, all right. So he had a bad game. He had 9 for 27. Okay, and
then what happened against the Texans?
He got 12 carries for 25 yards.
Okay.
Right, and a majority of that is after they were up in double digits. If you watched the game, I know you did because you were on his props.
Yep.
They didn't run the football basically in the first half. It was all Drake May throwing the ball because they had the short field. And then after they were up double digits and Houston was taking away their run because they were playing run because they were down by double digits.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's what you had.
Yeah.
So we don't put into game flow, into anything, into the production?
Just saying he's losing his job. I believe we have NFL insider Adam Kaplan with us here out at Super Bowl 60. Cap, it is great to be able to get you on. I actually want to skirt off the game because there was some big news out of Philly, and I'm sure you can speak to it, that Jeff Stoutland is going to step away from the organization. Can you add some clarity to this situation?
Yeah. Kevin, here's what happened. Basically, had Jeff Stoutland stayed as I've understood it for a couple weeks, yes, he would have been the O-line coach, but he would not have the run game coordinator title. It's just they've moved on from that. The run game took a big step back last season. As you know, in 24, they were historic. And as an Eagles fan knows this. But it's kind of – I'm surprised by this. You know me very well, Kevin.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would end like this. Like, he made the announcement. Now Eagles just put a statement out. It's just not – and to do this in February is almost – I understand that you just hired their offensive coordinator recently, Kevin. But this is kind of unheard of to do this in February. Typically when someone like Stoutland leaves, you do it very early. But this is what he's explained to me. His run scheme does not really match up with this one, with their new staff, because they're running West Coast. The zone scheme is different. They ran some zone, a lot of gap scheme. I don't want to go too inside football so people don't understand this, Kevin, but it wasn't a great match with Sean Mannion's scheme, and he's out. You saw his statement. It's hard to believe. Didn't think it would end like this. They love him. He's still beloved inside the organization, but they're going to have a bunch of coaching changes. New pass game coordinator, new offensive line coach. Some position coaches, I believe, are probably going to leave. A lot of changeover here, Kevin, for your Eagles.
So, Cap, to stick it there, is this a Howie decision in the sense of Mannion comes in, he says that Stoutland doesn't fit his run game type of concept, and he goes back to Howie and says, I can't work with this type of offensive line coach? Or is this a Sirianni situation with his back?
Joe, as I understand it, it's kind of like both sides had a feeling out process, and Howie loves Stout. In fact, he's probably, as I understand it, his biggest supporter and defender. Joe, to be honest with you, first, he's a great human being, but from an offensive line scheme, as you brought it up, very stubborn, does not like motion. The offense that Manning is bringing in is heavy motion based. It's not a good match for Stout. He's got to go somewhere if he wants to coach. He's going to have interest. That's not going to be the problem. But it's got to be a good match. It was not a good match for Stoutland and Mannion and a new West Coast scheme. And by the way, and we're going to be talking about this, Kevin, going forward real quick. Jalen Hurts fitting in this scheme. I tried to warn you about this. This is a timing-based offense. This is different for Jalen Hurts.
Cap, of course, we're going to talk to you throughout the week. I actually want to stick on the coaching side. Matt Nagy getting the job as the offensive coordinator in New York. What do you make of this move by Harbaugh after he lost Monken to the Browns?
Yep. He knows Nagy. They know each other from Philadelphia. Nagy's going to bring – so I know it didn't end well. You and I have talked about this, yes. This happened – he got the job, I was told, I think on Tuesday. What is today? Or Monday. He got it a couple of days ago. But Harbs looked at 7 or 8 guys, but they believe what he wants to bring in is a little more forward-thinking. They will run the football. No doubt about that. Harbs wants that. But he likes the way he's worked with quarterbacks. And by the way, and I try to explain this to people, though the Nagy haters don't want this. Who is the quarterback's coach for Patrick Mahomes when he has his best season as a professional? Matt Nagy in 22. I know it didn't end well. But Mitch Trubisky was his quarterback, Kevin. No one's been able to reach Mitch Trubisky. It is what it is.
Yeah, I will just say, Kevin, you and I have had fun conversations over Nagy, but the reactions out of it's not a me thing, Cap, is all I'll say on Matt Nagy. There are a lot of Giants fans very dejected by Nagy showing up here. And Cap, would you say it is fair, and again, we will talk to you a lot throughout this week. We'll get more to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Would you say it is fair that Harbaugh's tenure in New York is starting off a little strange?
Well, listen, the fan base in Kansas City was done with Nagy. Chicago was. But Twitter doesn't put coaching staffs together, Kevin. It just doesn't. Social media should never be involved in that. The teams who worry about social media are all going to get fired. It's the way it is. I don't know Matt Nagy personally. My job is to call it down the middle and tell you what I know. He came in with a bit of a different version of Andy Reid. Nobody could figure out. But when they could figure it out, Nagy didn't have Act 2, Kevin. That's fair. And that's what you're talking about. I'm good with that. But he's going to get one more chance here, and he's got to get this kid going.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun to see. NFL insider Adam Kaplan. We will check in a bunch throughout the week here on SportsGrid. We'll be right back.
Heads or tails? Over or under? Seahawks, Patriots. Don't stress. SportsGrid breaks it all down.
They are locks.
We can capitalize.
We're going to see a ton of over money.
Props, expert guests, and smart insight leading up to the big game.
Oh my God, if Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl.
Only on SportsGrid.
They're just unblemished everywhere. They dominate you defensively, and they have offensive balance. They force turnovers and control the glass. Let's put it to you like this. UConn isn't just undefeated. They're a tyrant over the women's basketball landscape. March won't expose them much as they will confirm their invincibility.
College basketball today. Only on SportsGrid.
Can USA overtake Canada and get that gold, Joe?
Absolutely, they can here. And ultimately, it feels like that is the two-horse race. And I think ultimately, Canadians don't really care if their team competes in the luge or the bobsled, Donnie, or anything else. They just want that gold when it comes to ice hockey. And that is the only thing that's going to matter there.
The early line. Only on SportsGrid.
Drake May and Sam Darnold here and again, getting out of Stidham, which who knows what that have brought to the Super Bowl. But at least we get a young quarterback in Drake May looking to stamp his claim to, yeah, Tom Brady was great for this organization. Let me see if I can run a couple championships up the flagpole early in my career. And then there's Sam Darnold at this point, where he's getting other general managers fired while he's making his run to the Super Bowl. He's been nothing short of really, really good this season.
Pro football today. Only on SportsGrid.
Pro football today on SportsGrid. Kevin Walsh, Joe Lisi, and our guy, Cam Stewart. Man of the hour. Let's call it what it is, people. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah, call it.
His Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl. How are we feeling, Cam?
I got to tell you, man, I'm thrilled. I'm nervous. And you know what it is? At SportsGrid, what do? We love to bet. But Kevin, as I said before, bring back the little me when I was 5 years old watching, Mom, the Raiders are beating the Seahawks. Howie Long and Alzado are killing Jim Zorn and Dave Craig. Don't worry, son, they're cheaters. You know what I mean? I'm like crying in the AFC Championship game. And I'll tell you this, 1983 Kev, Kurt Warner, those were exciting times. I've rode this train, a lot of downs. Stan Gelbaugh, Kelly Stouffer's Frozen Dinners. We've had some real losers. Dan McGuire, big bust. Right, Joe? Remember Big Dan McGuire?
They used to wear the visor from San Diego State. Mark McGuire's brother.
Ooh, yeah, McGuire's like
number 10 he wore.
Rip it up. Yeah, he's unbelievable. I'm like, what is happening? Kevin, this is awesome. And I'm going to tell you, I got so many parlays to plus money. I don't want to lay the 4.5. I'm just taking the Seahawks everywhere with top 5 with Scheffler. I'm just adding it. U.S. women's hockey and Olympics. 2-game parlays to plus money all throughout the door. Though I do believe the Seahawks, my exact score is 31-20 Seattle. That's what I have in this game, guys. I think they're going to get it. And I know you, Joe. Diamond Joe Lisi, he never met a pooch he didn't like. He's like me. We're dog catchers. The neighborhood. Hey, your dog's running loose. Lisi and Stewart will get your pooch. Right,
yeah, I missed you, Cam. It's been a while, like you said, and when I heard you were coming on, I got all juiced up. But let me ask you this, because you brought up all of the pain that you've had in the late 80s and early 90s, and I remember those teams, Steve Largent and, Kurt Warner. But talk to me about Darnold, because that performance in the NFC Championship game, right, has it erased all the negativity surrounding him for you? Do you finally buy in?
Hey, I told Kevin a while ago, I didn't think it was as bad as many people in the media said. He had his 2 worst games, Joe, and you saw it. 6 picks against the Rams. It's like Puka Nacua destroys the Seahawks. That's the thing. Other games I saw him, he throws a beautiful deep ball. You give him time, he'll shred you. Like Sam Darnold was a good quarterback, Joe. You know college football. This guy is fine. He had a couple really, really bad games. I don't think he's going to be nervous in the Super Bowl. He's been in this stadium. He's a backup quarterback for the Niners. I think it's going to be all right. I will say this, though. Tight ends are going to be very important in this game. The Patriots aren't stupid. You guys know football. You take your best weapons out of the game. They're going to try to, screw around, like give JSN some different looks, but he can move around, too. That's the beautiful thing about him. He can play in the slot. He can do anything. Guys, I'm telling you, I really believe in this team. I believe in the defense. I wish we played it last week after the Rams game, but Kevin, I'll give you a couple of props that I really, really love. And Joe, I'm like you. I look for sneaky low props. George Halani, backup running back from Boise State, now a Seahawk, over 1.5 receptions. That is what I'm loving right now. My receiving yards was 8.5. It's up to 11.5. I got a good number. I think he gets 2 catches at least. I'm going to take his rushing over with receptions over. Guys, Joe, everybody's talking about Kenneth Walker, 23.5. It's probably one of the biggest bet prop out there. I want the backup in Halani because I think he's going to be on the field. Also, Barner, anytime touchdown, plus 260, something that I really like. Want to know why, too? You know this, Kevin. You know what Seattle does with their push? A.J. Barner's the guy. It's an extra thing. You could beat the Patriots with tight ends, and Barner could be there for the tush push. Give me plus 260 for Barner. And I love Stevenson's props for the Patriots. Over 23.5 rushing, receiving. Are you kidding me? He's going to be unleashed in this game. It's the Super Bowl. It's not just the Stevenson show. I'm telling you, Henderson's number is too low, guys.
You like Henderson over okay, Henderson.
Yeah, I meant Henderson over 23.5. Yeah, I think he's going to be
I tell you what, amen, brother. I love what you're preaching because I tell you this, I love Henderson as well. Let me ask you this because I got Kevin in. I think I hooked him with this. I know you're on Halani.
Yes.
But so hear me out for a second. This Cam Akers, 2-1 to get 1 yard. 2-1.
I love you, Joe.
He's got burn, Cam. He's got burn. He's a big time performer. I love Halani. I get it, but if we're talking Florida State, Boise State, let's go to the kid from FSU. No,
I got to tell you, Joe, that's interesting because I know one thing about Walker. He's going to have to be fresh in the game, and you see he comes out of games a lot. I think he's going to bust a couple big ones, and then, hey, if Akers gets in the game 1 yard, it was like me and Gabe when we were betting that Zay Jones prop over a half-yard receiving. Yeah, 1 catch for 6 yards. It's going to be one of those situations, Joe. If he's there, all he needs 1. I think he gets there. And Kevin, call me crazy. Kevin, you kind of remind me a little bit of Sam Darnold. If you had more ginger in your beard and stuff like that, me and you fused to Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
No, I mean that as a compliment. This guy's an NFL quarterback going to the Super Bowl. Listen to this. His rushing yards, 6.5. I know he can't. People think he's got a wooden leg. That's too low. The only thing you got to worry about, you have to worry about the kneels at the end of the game. I think actually Darnold's going to take off a few times in this game. That number, to me, I think he runs for 12 to 15, Joe.
Go ahead, tell him.
850 for Darno to score, Sam. Darno? 850. He wants to take the game overs. Cam, what do you think about Sammy hitting pay dirt?
What is going on with you, Lisi? Are you living in a painting like Scooby-Doo with the eyes following me around and looking at my props? I'm like, Joe Lisi's in my house.
It's live. He hasn't scored all year. Why is it so low?
I love Kevin. I'm loving this guy. I love Joe Lisi.
Cam,
I haven't talked to him in a couple years.
Listen, I'm not supposed to. It's Wednesday. It's been a long 3 days.
People that are tuning in, come on, don't do that to our viewers. They love what they're wearing.
I said, hey, listen, let's talk running backs. Where do you want to start? He goes, I'll be honest, I love Akers. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. I love Akers. He's Cam, we're doing other interviews. He takes the interviews off. He slides me his phone. It's a 98,000 to 1 parlay. Akers to score, Darnold to score.
Kyle Williams and Hunter Henry.
Yeah. I got to be honest with you, Joe. Why not? You're going to think you're going to win Powerball? Think you're going to win the lottery? Have fun. I won't have one as crazy as
tell him to stop.
That's it. Cam's
not going to tell him to stop. It's a good point.
I'm the last guy that's going to tell him.
He's like Rob Lowe in Bad Influence.
Oh, my gosh.
No, what do you guys think, though?
20.
Barner, 22.5 receiving yards on one of my sites, too? That's
like
too
that
low.
too.
Seattle
Let me just ask you, yes or no, does Shaheed break out again?
I love Shaheed. Over 19.5 receiving yards. He'll have 2 catches for like 61. That's his style. I'm in.
What about rushing for Shaheed? Can he rush?
He didn't do it last time for me. It was the only prop we didn't hit, Kev. But you know what? I will think he will get. You know what? I will think he will have a couple end arounds in this game. Simon Joe
Cam,
Lisi knows
you
it's the
are
Super
the
Bowl.
best. You are the best, Cam.
Heads or tails? Over or under? Seahawks, Patriots. Don't stress. SportsGrid breaks it all down.
They are locks.
We can capitalize.
We're going to see a ton of over money.
Props, expert guests, and smart insight leading up to the big game.
Oh my God, if Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl.
Only on SportsGrid.
They're just unblemished everywhere. They dominate you defensively, and they have offensive balance. They force turnovers and control the glass. Let's put it to you like this. UConn isn't just undefeated. They're a tyrant over the women's basketball landscape. March won't expose them much as they will confirm their invincibility.
College basketball today. Only on SportsGrid.
Can USA overtake Canada and get that gold, Joe?
Absolutely, they can here. And ultimately, it feels like that is the two-horse race. And I think ultimately, Canadians don't really care if their team competes in the luge or the bobsled, Donnie, or anything else. They just want that gold when it comes to ice hockey. And that is the only thing that's going to matter there.
The early line. Only on SportsGrid.
Drake May and Sam Darnold here and again. Getting out of Stidham, which who knows what that have brought to the Super Bowl. But at least we get a young quarterback in Drake May looking to stamp his claim to, yeah, Tom Brady was great for this organization. Let me see if I can run a couple championships up the flagpole early in my career. And then there's Sam Darnold at this point, where he's getting other general managers fired while he's making his run to the Super Bowl. He's been nothing short of really, really good this season.
Pro Football Today. Only on SportsGrid.
Pro Football Today. Kevin Walsh, Joe Lisi. I'm going to ask you an impossible question.
Gonna slow play it?
No.
All right, okay.
Give me a Ramondre Stevenson bet you like for this game.
Under.
Yeah, I knew it. Actually, it was an easy one. Oh, you know
Under
what?
longest rush.
Oh, come on. So you're really going for it then, huh?
Why? You taking the over?
No, because
Hero?
I'll do it. I tell you, you're not going to.
I mean, I feel like I'm talking to the head of NFL Films here. How we're anointing Ramondre Stevenson the gold jacket.
Really? Okay. Let me just tell you this, all right? I worry about you. And I want the best for you. And the more and more and more I look,
yeah,
okay?
Yeah.
I think that it is up to you to focus in on Cam Akers and Kyle Williams. And I think you just stay away from the Pats' backfield.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Thanks.
What do you think?
Could be. I already put it in. It's too late.
What do you mean you put it in?
25 plus for Henderson. Plus 168. It's light. It's light.
That's not a good payout. That's not a good. It's not a good payout. That's not a good
They're
payout.
undercutting me. So why don't you just do this? I think you should just play the bet that you've been wanting to play all along. Take the points with the Patriots.
Did that.
And take Drake May for 2+ passing touchdowns.
Fine, so I'll tell you first. You know what? I'll tell you. I've been holding back.
Go ahead.
First thing that caught my eye.
Yeah.
All week.
Yeah.
Ramondre Stevenson, Super Bowl MVP, 30-1. Why not? What do you think? What do you think?
I hope they don't stuff him early. I really don't. That would be too much. You've given me enough, like, frustration, and I'm gonna have a great workout. I'll tell you that right now.
All right, so you're out on Stevenson.
I told you I'm with Cam. I'm on Henderson.
Can I ask you
can't
this?
go in this game.
I have a question.
God,
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Do we think George Holani is going to get a rush attempt?
Yeah, I mean,
1.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Do we think Ken Walker's going to get a rush attempt?
Yes.
Okay. Sam Darnold?
I think he'll tuck it and run.
You think Shaheed gets 1? 1.
I feel like everybody's on that.
Okay, I don't think that's what you think. I think you just think I'm on it. That's all right. We'll battle through. How about this? Do you think a Seahawks receiver gets a rush attempt?
Yeah, I think it's Jason.
Okay, that's 4. You think Akers gets 1?
Absolutely.
Plus 135.
And I'll tell you, this kid gets the ball. He is north and south. Let me tell you, he runs bigger than his 5'10" frame. So I'll tell you that right now.
I know.
He runs bigger than his frame.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem, all right? And I know you don't like to concern yourself with these kind of things, but I'm just going to say this. The 4.5 total Seahawks to record a rush, to me, is now very interesting.
Okay, so I talked you into that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pro
got you involved.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I'm an open book.
You think Drake May runs the ball?
Yeah, I think he'll run.
Stevenson? Once.
Yeah.
Get 1. That's it. Scrape him up.
Yeah.
Trevion?
Yes.
Is there a 4th Patriot that runs the football? You can say no.
I think maybe Pop Douglas or Kyle Williams on a reverse.
I don't disagree.
Why? Why?
Maybe we take over 7.5 players to record a rush.
Okay.
It's a little too expensive, though. You're not going to like it.
Minus 160.
Worse. 200. Yeah.
Take the 2-1 with me for Akers.
Okay, but what about the over 4.5?
Can you get me yardage on Akers?
Like real yardage?
Like just 5.
You would think they'd have it, but no, I really can't really find it.
How do they have Cam Akers to record oh, man.
I'm trying to find it. I don't know where I would have to go. Like, I don't see him in maybe in an alt-rush market. Like, no, he's not going to be there. Look at this, JSN for 25 rushing. Why are they even hanging this? 28-1. Why are they hanging that?
What?
JSN for 25 rushing yards? Why would they even bother with something like that?
I don't know. Hit the under.
Hold on a second. They got him for 5 at plus 450. Is JSN going to get a carry?
He might.
Has he had a carry this season?
This Cam Akers is live. 2-1 for a yard.
Happy Cam Akers Day. What a celebration it has been. Pro Football Today, Joe Lisi, Kevin Walsh.
It's going to open up Pandora's box. But I will say this. I do believe players that sign now, like Najee, should not be eligible now, but should have to sit out and come back in next year. It's just a slippery slope. And I agree with people like Tom Izzo. I don't like it at all.
College basketball today. Only on SportsGrid.
OK Dubs has to go back to his roots. I'm not a Jets fan, I'm not a Giants fan, and neither one of those teams even play in New York. But I'm a New Yorker through and through, despite where my mail gets sent. And I will not stand for the Jets to be dragged through the mud in this way. Not going to happen. So Dante Moore, if you do leave, you should be so lucky to fly the plane.
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
Maybe the fact was that the kicker just blew a 44-yard field goal. Now, by the way, I feel horrible for this kid, Tyler Loop, who made every single field goal this season 44 yards or less. But the extra point that was missed just before that by Chris Boswell was the only extra point that he missed all season long. So did they bless that same holy water when Boswell missed the extra point? Come on, guys. Let's get it.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
The Steelers get their touchdown, and they miss the extra point. It was Lamar Jackson who made the plays to get the Ravens into what should have been easy field goal territory. So explain to me how in the world we can look at last night's game as, well, there you go, can't trust Lamar Jackson.
The Craig Carton Show, only on SportsGrid.